In 2013, the mayor spearheaded a project to buy up and tear down over 1,300 homes on a road known as Franklin Gateway, formerly known as Franklin Road.
Up until this point, Franklin Gateway was a failing corridor in the city. There were high vacancy rates, a lot of crime or the perception of crime, and apartment buildings built in the 1970s that were beginning to fall apart. So the mayor had an idea. We were going to take out a $68 million bond to buy up those properties and then demolish them, to drive out the low-income residents, sell that property back to private developers, and then they were going to turn it into anything else except for housing.
I understand that Franklin Gateway was not the best place in the world, that it truly was not a good area to be in at the time, but I also understand that we have a responsibility to take care of all of our residents, no matter if they're high income, if they're low income, and all of those residents should get to take part in the success stories of Marietta.
Two of the sites where apartments used to be eventually were demolished and got turned into the Atlanta United Training Ground and the Franklin Gateway Sports Complex. But one of them has been sitting vacant for around 7 years.
This vacant lot is 33 acres, and IKEA currently has been sitting on this lot and letting it sit vacant for around 7 years.
This is the direct result of us allowing one developer to own so much land, and us not engaging in smarter land use policy. Did IKEA really need 33 acres to come to Marietta? Since the plans fell through in about 2020, IKEA is probably just sitting on this lot and waiting for the value on it to go up so they can sell it for a profit. This is a practice called speculating.
This project did not need to happen the way it did. And even though there are some positives that came out of it, we're still seeing negatives from this project to this day. And Franklin Gateway is still a corridor that the city and the Franklin Gateway CRD are still trying to figure out what to do with. We are still trying to make this corridor a destination in the city. And 12 years later, we have still failed to do that. We need policies that will actually reinvest in corridors without displacing residents. We need a blight tax to make sure that landlords are not able to just let apartments fall into disrepair. We need a vacancy tax to make sure that people like IKEA can't just sit on 33 acres of land with no consequences. And we need more affordable housing. So when we have new developments, we need to make sure that a certain amount of those units are affordable. Working people make Marietta what it is. And if we're displacing them, then who are we fighting for?